Well, hey, how's it going, everybody? It's about 7:40 on this Wednesday morning. Just got off the airport rail link, the red line. I jumped on the MRT at Sukhumvit, changed at Bang Sue to the government red train, and here I am in about, I didn't time it, I want to say from Sukhumvit, 45 to 50 minutes maybe, and 55 baht, I'm not sure, but it's a pretty good system. Most of the traffic is heading into the city, but it's hit or miss. When you're coming out this way, there's all the government buildings at Changwatana, and I have been caught up in a couple of road closures. You're just sitting there for 10, 15 minutes, and then here comes all the fancy people in their limo vans. But I'm gonna go check in and meet my girlfriend. We're heading off to Krabi today. Be a little careful in airports. You can see the Burger King. I assume it takes US dollars, which is a little unusual, but you're going to get a terrible exchange rate. 32.94. The baht is going down, but I think it's still at 35 and some change as of this filming. So you would be much better off paying in baht than using US dollars. Of course, if you're buying a $5 sandwich, who cares? Now I just use my US credit card and I pay in baht. You want to make sure you have a card with 0 foreign transaction fees. Probably 90% of them are, but just be careful. I won't say that. My Chase Sapphires, those kind of cards, they are. My Chase Freedoms have a foreign transaction fee, which is an additional 3%. Yeah, I really kind of go out of my way to get a ticket at Don Wong instead of Suvarnabhumi if I can. We breeze through security in 5 minutes. Even on the ticket it says be at the gate no later than 45 minutes before boarding time. In the United States it probably says 3 hours. So we jumped in one of the minivans right at the airport. Right as you get off, they're asking you what your hotel is. And there was only one plane that pulled in, and one other plane looks like it's taken off in a couple of hours. So hopefully this won't completely fill up. It was 100 baht a person to go, I think it's 20 miles. So that was a nice easy 1 hour flight here into Krabi. There's Krabi town, which is, I don't know, 5 miles, kilometers, whichever, from the airport, and Onang, A-O-N-A-N-G beach, and Raleigh Beach, Raleigh, which is kind of hidden away on the other side of that rock formation. These are the kind of main touristy areas, although that Krabi town's pretty nice. But yeah, we just ran down here for a couple of nights. Gonna check the place out. And here's the dive. I know I did a couple of paddy dive trips out of this shop to the local islands. I don't know if it was that James Bond island or what, but I know I did some diving in this area. Just dozens and dozens of restaurants, small hotels, massage places. Thousands of motorbikes for rent. Here's the Tequila Cafe and Bar. Here's another dive shop. Was it GoPro? I think that's the name of it. GoPro Paddy 5-star instructor. The Spaghetti House. Goes without saying it's a laid-back vibe compared to the hustle and bustle of Bangkok. It's a lot like Koh Samui. Phuket, I would say, is pretty darn busy. That's like Honolulu. This is like the North Shore. And there's the Ava C Hotel. And right across the street from that is the Holiday Inn Resort. I was gonna break out some IHG points and stay here, but I don't know, it didn't really look worth it. I'll save those IHG points for Intercontinentals. We're just staying at a so-so place tonight. I wanna say I paid $38 whole with tax and breakfast. So you kinda get what you pay for. It's one of those super specials, 70% off on Agoda. I mean, it's fine. I'm not moving in there. I like a nice hotel as much as the next guy, but I think this Holiday Inn Resort was $175 with tax. Yeah, I'll live to fight another day. And there's the Aviani Onang Cliff Krabi Resort. This main drag here, I'm not sure what it's called. They just to the right of it, they call it the cliff. And on the other side is the beach side. But I haven't been here in years. If we go straight ahead, cars will turn off to the left, and that's the main Onang beach area, if I remember correct. There used to be a Mexican restaurant right there on that turn called the Crazy Gringo. And I was in there one night having a couple of tacos and Coronas, and I started chatting up the manager. He was a Canadian hockey player who played on the minor league team. I caught a couple of games, the San Diego Gulls. And he also played for the Long Beach team. And I probably pronounced it wrong. I think I pronounced it like the Las Vegas Casino, but it looks like a pretty nice place. I think it comes at a bit of a price. I saw it on Agoda. I'm getting into a bit of a Thailand mindset, I guess. Ooh, $100 for that hotel room. That's a lot of money. Where it's really not at all for a very nice hotel. But if I can stay 3 nights for $100 and take 5 times as many trips, that's kind of how I'm doing things these days. I'll hit those nice hotels with miles and points once in a while, but the trip is more important to me than sitting around a fancy hotel bar. And you're not going to go too far in the world without hitting a 24-hour McDonald's. There's a Starbucks right next door. Different little places like this Macarat, they're going to come at a very affordable rate. It's fine, as long as it's clean. And here's Much and Mellow. Juice, beer, burger, and bowl. I guess, okay, I was going to say they had bowling in there, but it's probably like acai bowls, something like that. If I'm remembering correct, that RCA Food and Entertainment across the way, that is the smallish red light area. Again, last time I was here is 2016, maybe 2017. I am guessing there were like 10 little beer bars in there, but I'm just not positive, and I'm not sure if there are other areas. But this RCA, if you're looking for a little red light area, that might be the place to go. And just like Koh Samui, there's plenty of art and that kind of vibe around town. Another dive shop across the street, Cow Diving. And there's Jose, Guest House and Restaurant. Coming up to Soi, Onang 6. More smaller hotels tucked off of every one of these little side streets. And there's the Coco Hostel. See the La Lisa Hotel tucked away back there. The Onang Orchid Restaurant and Hotel. And these are kind of interesting little sidecar motorbikes. Blue Aqua World, Mr. Dolphin Diving. Okay, right next to Deal Bed Hostel. And I'm not sure what side Soi this is, but this looks very familiar. I think I stayed here. Yeah, I think up there at that Top View Hotel. This was years ago. And the only reason I remember it is it was pouring rain and I fell down on this little incline. Yeah, it's good to get back over here in Krabi. I'm here with Boone, and she has a holiday Monday, so we're just taking a little quick side trip. She doesn't have to kill any vacation. Yeah, I don't know if this is where I stayed, but I'm not opposed to getting out here by myself and looking around. Yeah, it was here, this SeaWorld guest house, but it was called something else because they also have rooms right over here, and that's where I stayed. Huh. So that's a little flash from the past. I remember I wanted a motorbike, and she said, hold on, and just ran down the street and came back and had one for me. Now, it's still good form to take a picture or video of the entire bike. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. It's pretty hot here. But when the hotel is kind of in the interim, there's none of that, we need you to leave your passport behind. I certainly, I understand, you know, these bikes are worth some money, and oftentimes these are cash deals, more so than putting a deposit on a Visa card. So I get it. The person's into some cash for the bike, and if you're out there sliding it sideways, it's going to be a problem. But I would find a place that you're not going to be leaving your passport behind. And I'll leave it up to you on the legalities as far as riding around without a motorbike license. I mean, 99% of the time you're going to get away with it, even if you get pulled over. That's not a major issue. It's probably a 500 baht issue again. I'm not recommending that, but the real problem lies when you plow that motorbike into the side of a $50,000 car or more. There's a police officer right across the way on a motor scooter. That looks like an old school place across the way, the Palace. This place, Rosaria Magic, seafood pizza and pasta. Okay. Things are still pretty slow right now. We're actually waiting to check into the hotel. She was just telling one person after another, come back at 3, come back at 3. And that's pretty standard operating. However, 9 out of 10 times when you come showing up at 1:30, it's not an issue, but I guess they're still cleaning rooms. And there's Tanita since 1989, authentic Thai restaurant. Here's a fairly busy tourist information stand. And they have a Burger King. And I know I spent some time, as a matter of fact, I think this is where the Crazy Gringo is. Back there is the Boogie Bar. Yeah, they have the garage doors down, but I'm pretty sure I hung out in there last time I was here, and I can't remember when that was. I want to say that Crazy Gringo is also back there, but this is the main drag here. It's a beautiful day. And you're not far from all the different islands out there. What is it? Chicken Island, James Bond Island. I've dove all of those. They're a crazy little island, but they're also like a really nice reef, you know, out tucked away. So there are some beautiful dives. I also took the ferry from Phuket over here to Krabi one time. So yeah, get down here in the south and look around. And this is that little area. There's what is this? A vegetarian and vegan food on the right from my buddy Ben. If he's listening, he's always looking for a good vegetarian place. What is it? Little Govindas? But down the way, I'm not sure if that Boogie Bar used to be the Crazy Gringo. I'm gonna find this place. So I just spoke with a young lady, and she said after the health crisis, that branch of the Crazy Gringo did not open. She said she thinks, she's heard rumor that they're opening in 1 or 2 months, but they have a second location down this way, which I did not know about. And I can't remember, I'm on zero research, just kind of winging it, but this says Princeville. I'm starting to remember when you make that turn around the corner, it's the Princeville section of Ao Nang Beach, but I'm not 100% sure. You can Google it all. I'm showing you the video view, not over my shoulder, not with my ugly face in the way, just showing you the area. And you can do your research. Me, I just kind of show up in town and look around. And I've been here twice in the past 10 years, so that required zero preparation. And a lot of these places will open in the evening. There's Mr. Long Bar. Big Chang's, Big Leo's, 90 baht. It's a pretty good price. And this says they have a fire show at the Reeve Beach Club. 1930 hours or 2130. Book now. And that place tucked away back there, O'Malley's. That certainly sounds memorable. Pretty sure I was in there. And all the best restaurants and bars are just across the street from that beautiful view. And there it is, the second location. Well, the location I was unaware of. Crazy Gringo's Tex-Mex restaurant. And you're not going to get a much nicer boardwalk. Really, really nice. super clean. Phuket's okay. It's not my favorite. It's just super hustle bustle. I know there are really cool parts of Phuket and all, and I've only been there 3 or 4 times, so I am no expert on any of that. But coming to Krabi and Phuket, probably equal times, it just seems much more laid back and like Koh Samui, which I also very much like. This was a last-minute trip. We bought the tickets yesterday or the day before, and on a holiday weekend, that's the only issue with Koh Samui is they have Bangkok Airways owns the airport, and I think Scoot is now doing a flight in there, but for the longest time it was just Bangkok Airways. And last minute, I think it was $320 US round trip per person, and we came here $60 on Thai Lion. AirAsia was $70, and by the time you're done picking a seat, we never do extra baggage. We just roll with the 7 kilogram, 15 pounds. That's fine. But picking a seat up towards the front of the plane, that always gets you in group 1. So tack another $10 a ticket on there. It's totally worth it to me. So I've walked maybe a kilometer. I'm going to turn back around towards the hotel. Boone ducked in for an hour-and-a-half massage, and I told her I'll run and grab a beer and meet you at the hotel when it's time to check in. There's Jeanette's rooftop bar, wood fire pizza, and I'm trying to learn the lay of the land. There's the those little sidecar taxis. They're yelling out to everybody, but I just ordered up a Grab. It said it was 28 baht, but I've been waiting for 5 minutes looking for a ride. So maybe there's a bit of a, I won't call it a taxi mafia, but that is a real deal in Phuket. It's harder, it's easier today to get a Grab or a Bolt. They really want you to use the higher priced local taxis. Yeah, and I think I'm just gonna keep walking, get my exercise in. No bike is in a big hurry to accept my ride for 28 baht. The Ao Nang Villa Resort. I know it's probably Villa, but that's a half a Mexican in me. I refuse to say Villa unless I'm in the south of France. Now here's the Peace Laguna Resort, and I see a Mexican restaurant down there. Mañana Mexican restaurant. Of course, if you say Villa, you'll probably say Manana instead of Mañana. But I tease. Huh, it actually looks pretty nice. Maybe we'll give it a try later. What does that margarita say? 1 + 1. That's good enough for me. I think this is part of the restaurant across the alley. The Yesterday Bar and Cafe, I think. It's just across from the main place. Some massage places back here. Another dive shop. I love my dive shops. Sea Gypsy divers, although they all work together. They'll either pick you up at the hotel or you'll meet here at Sea Gypsy. I usually just meet on the beach. That's the thing, is they might have one customer from each dive shop. Maybe a large shop will have 5 customers. Everybody will meet at the same area, or they'll go to one of the piers. Different dives, different things happen. The few times I dove here, down in that, is it Princeville? That area, down where the Crazy Gringo was? We met at that beach, and they took us on a long tail out to the dive boat, and then we did whatever it was, a 3-tank dive in all these different islands. And I like Vietnamese food. Here's My Pho since 1980. This is kind of an interesting looking shop. Pizza, brownies, mushroom cookies, gummies. Okay. Made a pit stop here at Tequila Cafe and Bar. I think I showed it on my walk. Got a Ta Chong, 100 baht. This is nice. This is patio prices. I'm used to Bangkok. I get it. Rent, electricity to cool those huge bars. Everything is more expensive in Bangkok, but it's nice to get down to the beaches where 60 baht, 70 baht small bottles, and 100 baht large. There are some spots in Bangkok. The Money Bar up in Prakanong, kind of Soi 48, Sukhumvit Soi 48. That's a great little neighborhood bar. You can get talls for 100 baht, free pool. It's a great hangout. Hey, so thank you so much for coming into town with me. But I appreciate everybody that follows my little channel. I'm based out of Bangkok, so that's where the majority of my videos will be. I appreciate everybody that watches, subscribes, and there'll be more to come. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you later.